Welcome everybody to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson, being lit from underneath somehow.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Re Zero Episode 2 of Season 2. What happened last time?
Last time, we found out some good news. Rem's not dead. She's just taking a nap for who knows how long.
Probably forever. Probably not, but yeah. What else?
It literally feels like a month.
Cruciate, okay, I'll say it. Cruciate lost her memories. We met the two Sin archbishops, and Rem is asleep now. And it's still who's Rem, but Amelia has stepped up as the waifu of this season, possibly, to be the new Rem. See how that works out, because she still has a life of her own. Unlike Rem, she actually has goals beyond just being useful to Subaru. So, see how that relationship unfolds. I have a feeling it's not going to be the exact same as Subaru and Rem, but we'll see. Other than that, anything else you want to say?
I don't know. I guess I'm excited to see what happens if there's more witches cult stuff.
Probably not. Probably never again.
No, I mean, like, if they're like, oh yeah, we're still gonna do this, like, selection thing to see who, like, the new...
Of course they're still gonna do it.
But then there's, like, the witches cult's gonna, like, crash the party and ruin everything, or, like, how that's gonna, like, play into it, I guess. I'm excited to see. Alrighty.
Hope you guys enjoy this reaction to Re Zero Season 2, Episode 2. Also, hope you enjoy the downward lighting. There's, like, it's light reflecting off the table for some reason. Sorry about that. I look super weird with, like, a bright-ass neck, and, like, the shadows are casted upward. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy this reaction. Hope you check out our previous reaction, Episode 1, and the trailer if you want to see that, and see some of our predictions for the season. Also, hope you check out our Patreon, patreon.com/boldcast, where you can see early and exclusive reactions to all shows except for this one. Oh, before we get to all that, we have a live stream that's happening later today where we're going to be playing Stardew Valley. We had a stream last week that was a lot of fun. It was just really chill. If you guys want, you can come check us out later tonight on Twitch. Not on Twitch. We don't even have a Twitch channel. What the fuck? Where did that come from?
You've been probably watching people who stream on Twitch.
Yeah, probably. Come check out our stream of Stardew Valley.
On our YouTube channel.
On our YouTube channel, not on our Twitch channel. Because we don't even have one. Anyway, yeah, we're going to be playing Stardew Valley. Come check us out with that. Anyway, patreon.com/boldcast. We have early and exclusive reactions where you can see early to shows, all the shows except for this one, and exclusive reactions to movies and OVAs, and an exclusive live stream once a month, and a bunch of other cool stuff that you can see. Also, we have a backup channel. The Normies just got another copyright strike. Just so you know, reaction channels are not, like, safe just because, like, I don't know, like, we're just as in danger of getting struck down by copyright as anyone else. So if you guys want to make sure that you keep getting our content no matter what happens, then go to the description, check out Boldcast Backup. That's our backup YouTube channel in the description. And that way, if you subscribe to that one and you're subscribed to this, if the channel goes down, you can just keep getting stuff from us without any interruption. So that's pretty cool. Also have an Instagram where you can see exclusive content. You can also go to our Teespring where you can get merch. We have stickers, we got mugs, we got t-shirts, and a bunch of cool stuff. All designs by Lindsay. You can go check that out in the description if you're interested. Other than that, hope you guys enjoy this reaction. We'll see you in the next one. What is wrong with me today?
Are you okay?
No. I'm so tired. Let's go.
This is not a market substitute. Please go watch this show on, what are we watching on? Crunchyroll? We're watching on Crunchyroll. So we include footage in our videos just so that you have reference for what we're reacting to, so we're not just like, at a blank screen, and you know what part of the show we are reacting to. That's it.
Let's go. Fucking on Twitch. What?
Alright, guys, we'll see you in the next
see you there.
Alright, guys, see you in the next one. Like, you ended off.
Oh, yeah, they weren't at Roswell's mansion. They were at her place, yeah. I guess, in the capital. Oh, my God, look at the screen. Look at the camera. My face. So creepy. It was leather. It wasn't even the scales.
I love Patricia. Best girl for sure. 2 months.
Yeah, right. What was that sound that thing just made? Literally someone into the mic. Okay, we're gonna need you to be a ground dragon for like 1 second. For like, we're just gonna do one take. We gotta get this real quick. It kind of sounds like. What does that mean? The fuck does that mean? What is that?
Also, I want to know how they know it's like for sure safe to go back out there.
Yeah, these people are cursed, I swear to God.
There's still like Sin archbishops like running around.
Secret base. Oh no, I'm gonna cry. Anohana flashbacks. I feel like the people should really be staying in this fucking mansion at this point.
Yeah, and it's so huge.
It's gigantic.
And there's not that many people left.
And if you're worried about cleanliness, you have an entire fucking bathhouse in there.
She's like dead.
This is... Oh. The fuck? Oh, the other maid, I bet. Yeah. Frederica. Her eyebrows are out of control. She needs to see somebody about that. She seems way more, like, proper than we were led to believe. Ooh. Beatrice and... That's what it is? That's what Beatrice is? The Great Spirit? Are we gonna get some fucking Betty lore? Please and thank you. Best girl! Best girl! That's my best girl, by the way. And by best girl, I mean my favorite girl character. Not my favorite love interest. Bitch. If you're talking about his fetishes, and I have no idea.
Half-beast girl.
Yeah, I don't think she likes Amelia.
The half-beast girl is in the maid that just came back.
Oh shit. I wonder if she's read one. Do you think she has? What? What the fuck? Sanctuary? Okay, Jesus. She's all pissed at him. What is her connections with the fucking witches called? With Betelgeuse specifically?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. So much fucking
It's getting
lore
out of
dump.
control.
Oh, Petra. We saw this in the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't look that much bigger.
Yeah, I guess maybe.
You
not.
thought there was like a years-long time skip. Trying to challenge Amelia. Why is she so skittish about this place, I wonder? Garfield. If you take this, then I know you'll have to return. Ah, classic maneuver. What? This is all a plot by fucking...
I don't know
Roswell?
what he wants. And Puck's not showing up. And Beatrice is being all crazy.
And Beatrice has connections with the witches cult? Listen. What are you doing?
Drop it.
What are you doing? No, it's fine. Why is he freaking out about it? It just took him to the sanctuary. But it's better he has it, I guess. Is that Garfield? Okay, this is more Legend of Zelda than I thought.
That sort of reminded me of like when Betelgeuse was like outside that thing that was kind of similar to that.
Yeah, but that ended not too bad. Betelgeuse died. Oh shit. The root of your desire?
Oh!
Oh no, right, shit, yeah. What? Fuck. Is it just gonna be the trailer or is there gonna be more here? Yeah, okay. Well, okay. Okay. What are you thinking?
There's such...
That was a lot of introductions to like different mysteries. So I don't know how I feel about them like reusing the trailer footage for like
cliffhanger
episode. Like it's supposed to be surprising.
Yeah.
You know, like they didn't add on to it and be like, oh, well, you saw this. Here's a new piece that you can like think about. I don't know how I feel about that because they kind of did that. They kind of done that for these first two episodes. It just feels like the trailer explained.
Yeah.
For these first two episodes?
The trailer explained and, like, an info dump of, like, this is what you're gonna need to know for this season.
Yeah.
Not saying it's, like, super bad, just, nothing is surprising me at this point. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Nothing that I don't know is, like, I already knew she was gonna show up probably in the first two episodes. And, like, you know, you knew the new maid was gonna show up, and you knew Petra was gonna become a maid.
Yeah.
And... So
a lot of talking in this episode, and a lot of like that was what was new, was all the talking.
Yeah.
Like it feels like we're catching up. I guess that's the problem with like the trailer and releasing it how they did, was that now I just feel like these 2 episodes were just us catching up to what the trailer has shown us. That's what it feels like. It feels because like them hanging out with the villagers and them at the mansion, it all felt kind of like, okay, we have to do this because like this happened in the story. But, like, this is all kind of bullshit, and everyone kind of knows it.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like a means to an end. Everything felt like, in these last 2 episodes, even the fight, like, everything. It kind of, as much as I'm liking getting into it, I'm excited to see them get past all this shit. Because even, like, the conversation with Beatrice, it still kind of felt not like a big moment, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I felt like it was supposed to be really significant, and I really, like, it clearly matters. And everything that they were talking about, like, has bigger implications than we even know right now. With all her talk about Goose, like having a short pet name for Betelgeuse, like he's like her little brother or something type situation. Like, there's a lot going on, but the way that they're going about all this shit feels like it's a foregone conclusion, and they're just getting past it so that they can get to the actual story. Mm-hmm. And with all the stuff in the forest and with Echidna, I thought that before we saw Echidna, I thought it was going to be like, oh, this is new shit. But no, it was just showing
literally
that.
The exact same.
They just took that from the show and put it in the trailer. It seems like they had all this stuff ready and they were like, oh, we need a hype trailer. So let's just take like basically the first 2 episodes and
condense them.
That being said, we thought, at least I thought, I mean, in our predictions in the trailer, we thought that it was going to be like way more substantial than that. Like that all the stuff in the trailer was going to transpire over the course of like the whole season, and we were going to get all that stuff like throughout the season, not just in the first 2 episodes. So in a way, I'm glad that they kind of got that out of the way in the first 2 episodes. However, well, I guess this is, I was going to say, however, they don't have a lot of time left, except this is, I think this is a full 25, 26 episode series.
Yeah, it's like split though. So I think they're like doing
Mid-season.
half and then taking a season off and then doing the other half.
I'm okay with that, I guess. It's better than a full year. If they took a full year, then it's just kind of like, well, fucking why? I don't know. Yeah, there was a lot of conversations. This whole episode was talking.
And this whole thing, I've always been suspicious of Roswaal, but now I just have no idea what he's, like, what is he up to? What is the thing with Puck isn't coming out? Beatrice is, like, crying seemingly over her good old buddy Betelgeuse being killed by Subaru, and she's just like
angry at him, but knows that it's not justified because because Betelgeuse was fucking evil.
Yeah, or like, you know, there's just so much going on. And then she's like, oh, you didn't even know about this? Why would you bother? What was the point of killing him if you weren't also gonna kill the witch's fragment? Or know about the witch's fragment? I think that's what it's called. A witch's factor.
What happened to his witch factor?
Witch factor.
I don't know what his witch factor is.
Well, neither does Subaru.
Is something I wonder if it's something we've seen before. Then why did you bother to kill Sloth? Is it like a phylactery? Is that what allows him, the witch factor, is that what allows him to like reincarnate in other people and take over their bodies? His witch factor. Maybe what connects him to the witch and gives him his strength? Mm-hmm. It's maybe there's like another third party that is like a sort of channel between the Sin Archbishops and the witch herself. Like they have something that is like a living thing that like allows them to get all their power and like can create another Sin Archbishop or bestow those powers onto somebody else, maybe. Because like she's acting like, oh well, you killed, why the fuck, like, because she obviously has a connection with Betelgeuse, so she's just like, okay, well, I can understand why you would do that. Even with my connections, I can kind of understand why you would do that. What he was doing was wrong, and you were clearly in the right with killing him, as much as I hate it. Oh, but you didn't actually solve the problem? Well, then what the fuck did you make my friend suffer for if you just completely, like, you just caused so much suffering to this person that I used to care about for no reason, because he's just going to come back, or the same trouble that he was causing is going to be like that charge is going to be put upon somebody else, and the same shit's going to happen just with somebody else's hands. So you didn't actually solve anything by killing him. You just caused him suffering and destroyed something that I used to care about or used to love, possibly. Mm-hmm. So you didn't actually solve the problem. You just created more suffering. You're gonna have to just do it again because you didn't do it properly. Exactly. I think that's gonna be something
although
like
this
that.
is pretty dumb because, like, she chose to remain at the mansion and she also chose to not
Yeah, she keeps
tell
everything way
them,
too close to her chest.
like,
and then,
like Subaru's like, how would I ever, literally no one other than probably you and Roswell even know that exists. So how would I, when you knew I was going off to fight the witches cult, why would you, like, you know what I mean?
But she didn't know.
I thought that
like, think back to what was Subaru like, Subaru wasn't in contact with Beatrice when all that shit was going on.
But he came to the mansion, and then they were like, oh yeah, Beatrice has chosen to stay at the mansion instead of come with us.
Oh, true, yeah. Because
So
when he, like, made the time right and got there early, and then showed up, but he was also showing up in his disguise, wearing Amelia's thing.
I guess that's... Oh yeah, he did show up in the disguise.
He didn't show up and ask, I need to speak to Beatrice to get information on this. He showed up in because he was trying to convince Amelia to come with him, and she might not have done it, or might have paused or changed, like, put up more of a front, or not been, like, as present in the situation if, like, he was there. So he chose to, like, disguise himself. But with Roswell, there's a lot of talk of, like, Roswell's intentions. So they were thinking, like, Subaru, I guess, is thinking, like, okay, I'm gonna talk to Beatrice because I need to know what Roswell's doing. Roswell wouldn't just go in without a plan. He's obviously, like, doing something. I just need to know what that is and where he's going.
He's just, like, biding his time, waiting for the right moment, and, like, preparing something, and then they're like, maybe not.
Roswell's at the sanctuary? I'm the one who knows what he's thinking. All the answers you seek lie in the sanctuary, I suppose. Answers about the witch factor, they're all there. The half-beast girl can lead you there, I suppose. Yeah, I don't understand. Like, Roswell said he was going away on business, and then left, and then never came back, basically. And it only has been a couple days, to be fair, like, or a week. So I guess he went to the sanctuary.
But he left that note for, what's it?
For, Frederica.
Yeah, like...
Say it, just so you remember.
Frederica.
Yeah.
He left the note for Frederica, and I guess he so I'm assuming he came back because Ram's not there anymore. Ram's not there anymore. That's why they had to hire Petra.
Yeah, why isn't she there?
I think he came back and took her with him and left that letter because Rom was supposed to, like, said that Frederica said she got a letter from Rom, but then showed up and the mansion was a mess, and I don't think Rom was there. I don't know. I'm just thinking of, like, what that could mean.
Well, given her connection to Roswell, I imagine either she went with Roswell or went to find Roswell and might have gotten lost. Given how close she is, she might know about this whole sanctuary business. Okay, first of all, I need to know, or first of all, I'm wondering, so I think we're meant to believe that the crystal, like, teleported Subaru to where the sanctuary is because he crossed in that domain, and maybe there's, like, maybe it's the kind of, like, fantasy thing where there's, like, the real world, and then in these, like, places of magical significance, there's, like, an astral layer above it, or, like, sort of between it. So he's technically in the same place, just in a different plane of reality, and because maybe of his connection with the witch, he's able to communicate with, like, Echidna. Maybe it's something like that, because he obviously has a piece of that within him, and because he's now in this, like, astral layer of reality, that's, like, messing with it and is allowing him to connect to this other person. Or the sanctuary, or he actually is in, like, the sanctuary, and that's just completely made up. That's just a random guess. I guess what I'm wondering is he actually in the sanctuary now? Or is that, like, whatever's going on with him, is that fucking with this whole magic shit? Like, or
was the, like, oh, this crystal will help you get in the sanctuary thing just, like, some sort of, like, weird other thing, and it wasn't to take them to the sanctuary, it was, like, to take her to, like, this random place.
Wait, let's look at that letter again. Yeah, maybe, because
the letter was from Roswell.
Was it?
Yeah, she said, and then in that, because remember at the end, she's like,
Roswell?
I did exactly what my master said.
What my master said, not what Roswell said.
Well, okay.
So, like, just think about it, though, is what I'm saying. Like, maybe, okay.
Can we just see where she says that? She
didn't say Roswell, did she? I've done exactly as my master directed, and she's covering the seal. We don't see the actual seal. She's always covering the seal. We can't see who it's from. Everything depends on how Amelia-sama overcomes the sanctuary. Okay, Petra's right there. Okay, so she's not like, ooh, secret. I don't think this is what's happening, because she was obviously a maid beforehand. But there's weird connections with the witch's cult, so it could be this, but, like, so at the last second, Subaru, like, took the fucking jewel and then was teleported instead, and then he met the Witch of Greed. What if the original shit was like, okay, Amelia has to get teleported there, and she's going to meet the Witch of Greed and possibly be corrupted.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's like, it was like, maybe it's like a Luke Skywalker-esque test of conviction to, like, not conviction in this case, but like how in Empire fucking Luke goes into the forest and then sees Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Like how Amelia is like the half-elf, the fucking white half-elf, goes in, and it's not the Witch of Envy, but it is this Witch of Greed. It's kind of like a darker reflection of her. Maybe she has to like overcome that, and that was like the point of doing this, was to lead Amelia in here, and maybe that I'm sure that has something to do, her overcoming that or facing this person or going into the sanctuary is supposed to be like a test, and that's supposed to like change Amelia or force her to grow, or, you know, I don't know, alter her in some way that benefits Roswell's greater scheme with why he's sponsoring Amelia.
Yeah, there's just so much going on with Roswell's character, and we don't get to know pretty much any of it, which is...
The most insight I feel like we've got wasn't even towards him, but it was in the OVA when he was talking to Beatrice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but we don't know anything about him. We know, we only know him in relation to, like, other people. Mm-hmm. And whenever we're interacting with him in season 1, he seems like a normal, nice, like, dude who's, like, happy-go-lucky and everything. But there's just he seems really creepy. I've been against since the beginning that he's, like, evil. Because it just is way too fucking easy to make this clown man who's like a wizard who lives atop a hill in a mansion above the townspeople. Like, he lives in his castle on the hill, and he is the host of spirits and a great knowledge and forbidden lore, and he has all these connections to magic and shit, and looks like a clown, and he like waves his dick in front of Subaru's face. Like, it's way too easy to say, oh, well, he's obviously evil. Like, it just seems kind of dumb. Like, it doesn't seem like they would make him be an evil guy, because he's so comically, like, the Baron, the creepy Baron, like, necromancer dude that they're suiting him up to be. But I just don't see him doing that. And we do see him later in the speaking of the trailer, we do see in the trailer him all bandaged up, seemingly in the mansion. Mm-hmm. You know? So, like, I have no idea what's going to happen next with all this shit. There's just too much is uncertain. I have no fucking idea. I do think that where Subaru is now, this was supposed to be... Well, hang on. Let's we should have listened to Perhaps You Know Me Better as the Witch of Greed. Do you think she was expecting Subaru, Echidna? Or do you think that she was expecting Amelia?
I don't know. Go back to where she says, like, oh, so this is what you want, or whatever. It was before that. It was when he was in the...
She says, like, so that is the root of your desire. So that is the root of your desire. And then, how very interesting. And then he turns, and now he's there. Mm-hmm. He's transported again. Now he's in, like, a Windows XP background. As far as speculation, I think that's all I can do. That's all I can muster. I can't, like, at this point, there's way too much that's uncertain about Roswell, because it all centers around a character that we've hardly even met and like, don't even fucking know at this point.
Yeah, it's just like I just don't know what he's doing, and I'm not like, oh, he's evil because I don't know what he's doing. I'm just like, what's his game? What's his game, and like, what is like good versus evil in this world? Because everyone's like, oh, the witch is evil, and the dragon like helped get the witch away, but then Roswell's like, I want to kill the dragon, and like Cruchet's like, I want to like sort of overthrow the dragon, not kill it, but just sort of overthrow it. So it's like that weird thing of like, this world is like really complicated in the way that it works, and I don't know, like, I'm not quite sure of like the significance of something like the dragon, or like something like...
We still don't even know what the archbishops are.
Exactly, I was just gonna say something like the archbishops, or now there's the witch factor.
Yeah.
So there's like so many things that are like part of this world, not necessarily like even characters or character motivations, just like how where they are in like the social hierarchy. Like, there's like a dragon priestess, and that's like one thing, but then there's like, there was a king, and there's a dragon, and the sage, and the something else,
the hero
that put the witch away. but now we want to kill the dragon, and what will happen to the witch? There's just, like, a lot of things, and I don't know enough of, like, okay, if the dragon's killed, then the witch is released, and then whatever, you know? Or if the dragon's killed, and then the dragon's just dead, and the witch is still away, or if the witch is already out, or if the witch has separated into the
or if
seven
the
sins
story,
again.
or if the story that we were told the whole
Is a
time
lie.
is like a lie, possibly made by the witch, or by the dragon to like paint the witch as the bad person, or something
Or, like, by the royal family of,
Yeah.
like, oh, we have this pact with the dragon, and so we're just gonna say the witch is evil. There's a lot going on, but what I'm trying to say is, like, it's really hard to be, like, I know before I was kind of like, Roswell's evil, but I guess I'm not sure what evil constitute as, and I'm not sure who's on whose side.
I mean, I would be on board with you if Betelgeuse and his witch cultists didn't full-on terror attack this village of innocent people and constantly terrorize people and create the white whale that is like a blight on the fucking world. Like, if they weren't doing characteristically evil things and objectively immoral, well, there's no objectivity when it comes to morality. By any reasonable standard of human morality, what they're doing, it could be considered evil. Because they're causing mass terror and destruction and death for a greater purpose that doesn't seem to justify anything. And we don't know the purpose, but what could possibly justify all these people's deaths?
I don't know.
Because they aren't sacrificing them in, like, a magic rite or something. They're just murdering people.
I guess, but what I'm saying is, if the plan was to get Amelia to go and meet with this witch of greed...
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the archbishops are bad, but, like, is she, like, a level above them? Is she, like, literally just pure greed, instead of just worshipping it? Like, or
Maybe
is she different?
Maybe she's the witch factor.
That's also what I was thinking, but I was just thinking, like...
Of greed.
And then, like, Betelgeuse and Beatrice had a connection, like, previously, so there's just, like, a lot of, like, messiness going on in there of, like, okay, everything related to the witch is, like, bad, and they kill people, and this and that. Alright, Amelia, we're setting you up to go meet with the witch of greed, just, like, in your own private lunch date with her. Oh, Betelgeuse, I kind of understand, like, the whole, like, oh, Betelgeuse is so evil, but even though you killed him, I'm still mad because you didn't deal with the witch factor. So I don't know. There's just a
so what?
There's just what I'm saying is there's just, like, a lot going on, and I'm spinning trying to think of how it all connects and what everyone's plans and motivations are.
Well, that's obvious. So am I. And
I'm done talking.
Okay, cool. So you don't have any predictions or speculations?
I do think that it was meant to be Amelia who went in there. And it's some kind of... Either the Witch of Greed, like, infiltrated the sanctuary, and she was, like, waiting, or it was set up, and this is, like, a test of some kind. When Subaru is, like, going through that hall, she's obviously, like, reading his, like, desires. I think it's all kind of, like, a test, but I don't think it was meant for Subaru, is what I think.
Okay, so, like, it's getting complex. Do you think Beatrice is a witch factor? Like, if our theory of the Witch of Greed is the witch factor of the Sin Archbishop of Greed, she's, like, the splinter of the witch that is responsible for greed, that gives power, that has some influence in the real world and gives power to the Sin Archbishop of Greed. If that's, like, the power structure we're going with, then is Beatrice possibly the witch factor of Betelgeuse? But no, because then she wouldn't talk about it like that, I guess.
No, and she's like a spirit, not like a witch. They called her, like, the spirit of the library. The great
spirit of the library, yeah. Anyway, I don't know, like, yeah, I it's just, there's nothing we can really say, because this episode, like you said, these episodes, they gave us a lot to speculate. They didn't even give us a lot to speculate about, really. They just gave us a bunch of random shit that I think that they're, like, planting so that they can actually move the story forward. Like, they're just saying a bunch of random shit so that when the plot moves forward and they have a big revelation, they can say, by the way, said this in episode 2. Remember that? That was pretty crazy. When really it's just kind of like, I mean, you said a bunch of shit in episode 2. So, I mean, when they give a revelation, I'm sure I'm sure that's what's gonna happen. It's just like, oh, well, that conversation with Beatrice, right? Well, that means this, and that means this is the answer. And then they're gonna move on. And it seems like they're doing that with every single little thing that happens in these first 2 episodes. It's like
every sentence
is
something that could be
is a
brought
piece
back
of setup.
later.
Yeah, it doesn't, and I guess that's my frustration with this episode. This one felt way more like it was basically scrubbing through this. It started off, they were leaving the mansion. Then it was a conversation with Subaru and Amelia, and then they were at the village, and it was a conversation between Subaru and Amelia.
And they were like, "Where's the sanctuary?"
And it was conversation between Subaru and Amelia, and there was a bunch of village people. And then they get to the mansion, and then they're meeting the maid, and it's conversation with Subaru, Amelia, and the maid. And then they're talking about Rem, which we already know about. And then he's talking with Beatrice, and that's a cool conversation. And then it's Subaru, Amelia, and the maid, and Otto planning what they're going to do. And then it's Petra and Subaru talking about basically nothing. And then it's them leaving, and then it's them talking in the carriage again. And there was something Amelia said about her selfish desires for wanting to become and that was exactly what we were just saying. Like she was like, "Oh, selfish desires," and he's like, "What are you talking about? Do you want to say anything? We got time. We're just sitting in a carriage for like 5 hours. Maybe another time." And it's like, why not now? Like,
immediately transports her to a place of like where someone will know her deepest desires, basically. Also, this like Garfield thing. And now I'm wondering, was it like a setup where she has to like meet all of the sin witches or something like that? Like, I don't know if it's like a test to like.
Is it a test, or like if Roswaal is the evil guy that they're like half setting him up to be? Like, if it's not a fake out and he really is just an evil guy who's like trying to weasel his way into being evil and killing the dragon and releasing the witch. Maybe because we talked about in episode 25, our reaction discussion to that, how our predictions were that like Amelia was going to be taken over by the witch, because they keep saying that she's the witch. If she's like a vessel for the witch, and Betelgeuse was literally saying that she's a vessel for the witch, and that's the plan. Is this part of the plan, sending her to a place where she can be in contact with the Witch of Greed, so that the Witch of Greed can like slurp right into her, and then just
go in one by one.
Yeah, they go in one by one, maybe, because that's the only way that the witch can like split herself up to get out of the seal. She can only send one piece,
and then has to like go into the
reconnect.
New thing.
Yeah, she can't like fully get out of the seal, but maybe she found a way over the last 1,000 years to like, okay, let me manifest the greed part. Let me sneak it under the little crack in the door, and then over time, if I put enough pieces out, I can make it its own thing, and then that can go out and find me a new vessel. Go in there, and over time, I will slowly filter out little pieces of myself to do that multiple times to eventually sort of coagulate myself into a vessel. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's the only way she can do it, and it just took this long to do it. That's my theory. I think that's plausible, because there seems to be more witches cult activity recently in connection to Subaru.
Mm-hmm. And there was an elf, and then in the OP, there was like 10 of her.
A bunch of them.
Of like the same one.
Yeah. By the way, in the OP, I see this muscle dude, like in clearly Subaru's room. There's figures and manga and shit. See flashbacks. He's like looking back, and I think that's his mom and his dad.
Does she have the dead mom hairstyle? Let's check it out.
Oh, does she have a dead mom hairstyle?
Yes, she
does. Oh shit.
She literally has it.
His Subaru's mom, by the way, literally has. Hang on one second. Literally has the dead mom hairstyle. I gotta take a picture of that. That's funny. I wonder if she's actually dead or if she's just symbolically dead. What the fuck is the deal with animators?
Always doing this
Always
hairstyle?
doing the dead mom hairstyle with the fucking half ponytail on the shoulder. Anyway, so she's doing dishes like a woman should. And then the dad is like looking all muscly like a total Chad.
It looks like Subaru's gonna die in that hallway.
What? What hallway?
In like where he was, because you can see he was like walking past all of his previous deaths. Maybe we shouldn't be like analyzing him too much.
Oh, true. Yeah. Oh, I think you're right. Yeah, I think he's gonna die in this hallway. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, obviously, yeah. He's like hit through the chest. Oh no, this isn't that hallway. This is the first episode.
Oh, is that the alley?
Yeah, that's when he got stabbed by that shithead.
Okay, never mind.
Then it's episode 3, and then whatever, and then he kills himself, and then fucking freezes to death.
Okay, never mind. It looked.
That looks like Amelia.
It's like there's like the dragon in the background, the land
ground dragon. Now we're just analyzing the OP. Little girl with blue hair is it's fucking Elsa. Elsa's coming back.
Ooh, I'm glad they kept her alive for a reason.
And then this chick, fucking blue hair, she's featured by the other Sin Archbishop, so I'm guessing she's another one.
Yeah,
I wonder which
you can
one
see
she
her
is.
like clothes is kind of similar. She has the same like the cloak thing. She's like a witch or something.
Not a witch, she's an archbishop.
Well,
okay, glowing red eyes, glowing red eyes, glowing red eyes, but she's like in front of, and I'm pretty sure that's Elsa. Ooh, do you think Elsa's a Sin Archbishop?
Maybe a gluttony.
Of lust.
Of lust, yeah.
That would make sense.
Yeah, we already have gluttony, never mind.
That would make a lot of sense. Yeah. Why she's so sexy. The witch's hand. And then, is that Amelia?
Yeah.
That's creepy as fuck, by the way. We're just rewatching the
She
opening.
looks like, if any of you guys have seen Gleipnir, in like what was even her name?
What?
The ghost in Gleipnir.
Honoka.
Yeah, Honoka. When she like comes in.
If it's to save you, I don't care. And then it's Rem, and then Subaru. How many times? Oh, it's Puck. Okay. How many times I die? And that's the end, and then there's this dude.
We saw him in the trailer, I think.
Oh yeah, her shadow is like a beast.
Yeah.
So she is the half-beast girl.
That's why her teeth are like that. Yeah, there's like a million of these.
And then there's a girl in the crowd. These are all like clones. They're all wearing white, and then the girl in the back's wearing black. Oh, and that was Beatrice with her hand on the gospel.
Mm-hmm.
And the white rabbit. What color were the white rabbit's eyes? Were they red or were they purple?
I think they were red.
Yeah, they're both beasts. What if they kind of look like, the shadows look a lot like Puck's beast form.
I know, I was thinking that as well.
Maybe they're related, they have like green eyes. Maybe they're related to Puck. Maybe they're like Puck's children.
Maybe they're not even related to Puck, just related to like...
They look like giant rat cats, like Puck does. Yeah, red, and then it's... Okay. Alright, I guess that's enough. Anything else you want to say about the episode?
I can't wait for the next one. It feels like so long went on between last episode and this episode. Like, it seems like literally a month went by.
Yeah. I hope next episode is actually an episode and not just recap from the trailer.
I hope so as well.
Because, like...
It's fine, but if it went on for any longer, I'd kind of get annoyed.
I wish you know what I wish? I wish that they did what they did in season 1, where they had a 50-minute first episode.
Yeah.
If they just had, like, okay, we need to establish what's going on here. Here's everything you need to know in the first episode. Mm-hmm. And it's the length of 2 episodes. So there's no excuse for us to have to, like, reestablish shit or, like, get you up to speed, like, catching you up, like, at the start of next week's episode. You know exactly what's happening by the end of this. If you don't know, then that's your fault. It's not our fault, like, from the show's perspective. Mm-hmm. So fuck you. So now we're actually getting to the story. I wish they did that, because if they did that for these first 2, and now they're going there, and then it was like it might as well have been a 2-parter. With the way that everything flowed, they could have literally just. It seems like they did that. Like with the way the episode flowed, and the way this started out, it seems like this could have just been with Cruciate saying goodbye.
That could have just been the next.
That could have been the next scene of the fucking of the last episode.
Maybe they wanted to do that and then like weren't allowed, or
maybe they needed extra time.
So
they bought themselves another week because of the quarantine, because it was postponed 4 months. Mm-hmm. I think it was supposed to start the season previous.
Good thing it didn't, or else we wouldn't.
So maybe they just gave themselves another week of time just in case. They budgeted it out and were just like, okay, well, it looks like this is going to be a little bit more difficult, so we'll give ourselves another week rather than compiling everything in one episode. We'll just split it up.
Or they like the time slots, because it's like aired on like actual TV as well.
But the first one was too.
Yeah, but they might have like had that since they changed seasons. They might not have had that like luxury as well. Could have been a combination of. Like,
I feel like the show is big enough that like they probably could have negotiated that relatively easily. I don't know. It just seems really dumb to split these up. It seems really dumb to split these up, but it also feels like they originally weren't going to split these up. It feels like that they did that after the fact. So who knows? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction discussion to Re Zero.
We're like
blown the fuck out. Hope you guys enjoy this reaction and discussion to Re Zero episode 2 of season 2. See you in the next one. Check out our Patreon, backup channel, Teespring, Instagram. Check out our live stream. If you're still here, we're having a live stream in a few hours. I'm not sure when it'll be when this goes up, but Pacific Daylight Time. So go it'll be later tonight for us, but for you it might be like the middle of the night. I'm not sure. Sorry about that.
Or
but
like 6 a.m. in the morning.
after this
whatever.
goes up, we're gonna be doing a live stream later today. So stay tuned for that. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
I'll see you next one. Bye bye. And thank you so much to all of our patrons, especially those in the Student Council: Zenge,
Rising 80,
John Ortega,
Nicholas Teo,
Aurora,
Iwan Polgar,
Lewis,
Yeet,
Gentleman,
Christian Ave,
Mozart Waddle,
Nelson Barbosa,
Jan Carlisle Vincent,
Kage Uzumaki,
Xavier Rhodes,
Chao Lao,
Brian,
Haruto Yuzuki.
Handicap Bankai. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.